Hi, this is your boy Shafferspeeks. Before I get anything started, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and also let's get right into it, you guys. Black Lightning, Season 3, Episode 12, the Book of Markovia, Chapter 3. Oh my gosh, man. In this episode, there is so much that went down, man. Let's unpack this right now. This episode starts off with Dr. Jace writing a video journal, talking about her experiences in Markovia and herself as a. She literally has a to do list on how to literally, and I do mean this literally, how to gain Lynn's friendship so then that way she can do something for her, which is possibly free her. And now when Lynn gets there, excuse me, she absolutely has no intentions of having anyone's friends or making friends. Period. I mean, her and Jason didn't really get off on the right foot back in season two, and it ended rather badly. So I doubt that they would actually want to be friends. But in a weird, strange way, it turns out that Jace actually, is a prisoner, has a neck chip in her as well as the fact of the matter that Lynn actually needs Jace more than ever because she can actually give her something that'll help her with withdrawal symptoms. Because right now Lynn's going through it. She hasn't had a green light derivative drug whatsoever, and she's going through it, y'all. She's going through it, y'all. And so Jace suggests that she tries the glimmer drug. That's the only thing that she can take, or else she will die. And none of us wants that because even the actress that portrays Lynn says that she's kind of abandoned her role as the mother to her two daughters to save these pod children, these metahuman children, because back in season two she lost those 14 kids and she took that on as like a motherly responsibility and accountability, and that really motivated her to actually save these kids. And you can't blame her for that. I mean, at the end of the day, she is a doctor, and so you know, Major Gray actually, says she swallowed her pride and said, "Look, to Jefferson and to Anissa, look, I need your help. Dr. Lynn and Tobias Will have been kidnapped by the Markovians. And actually, speaking of the Markovians, they actually debriefed Lynn and told her, like, look, Agent Odell is the reason why you're addicted to green light. Boom. So imagine how she's going to feel right then and there. I would imagine that would have some sort of shocking realization, like, oh my gosh. Kind of like a Kabuto kind of thing after, Itachi put him in the Igazunagi, and he came out of it, that kind of realization, that kind of red pill liberation, you know what I'm saying? And so I would imagine that things just weren't that good for her. But anyway, TC, my boy TC, man, he did his thing in this episode. And I say that because he was able to free Khalil. Not Painkiller. He figured out the Painkiller system. At first, Painkiller swung on his ass and they had a bit of a quarrel. But then he kept figuring it out. He realized that, oh shit. Because if you don't remember, last week, Lynn and Tobias were kidnapped and the teleporter came through. Not to mention that TC was able to read and realize from the neck chip that was implanted in Khalil's neck that he loves Jin. Now, mind you, TC figured that he can create some kind of firewall to trap Painkiller and free Khalil. Now, the firewall is still in act, but Painkiller is still able to put up a fight. And to Khalil's knowledge, he's just dead because he created his own little safe harbor in his mind. That's literally where all this fighting is going on between TC and Painkiller. But Jin realizes that if she can go pure energy, she can convince Khalil to come back and take over control of his body. Now, it took some convincing, obviously, but when Khalil comes through, he's horrified by what he's done. First and foremost, he killed his mother, which I'm sure is going to fuck him up. That's if she's still dead, that is. And not to mention, he's killed all these different people. Not to mention, he's even attacked the Pierce family. And so he breaks up with Jin. Now, speaking of Jin, Jefferson assembles his team and he makes a deal with Major Gray. Look, none of these people, all these people that are coming with me, they're all off limits and they're forever off of the ASA files. All those files are erased. Now, while we're in our Markovia base, we actually see a girl that's being, her vitals are being monitored as she's fighting. And Major J is like, Gray is like, look, if anything, we can utilize her, but the thing is, we'll have to kill her instead if she's too unstable. Maybe that was Dr. Jace, I believe. I can't remember which one. But nonetheless, Khalil breaks up with Jin because he can't believe he's still stuck in the horror in which he's caused, and I don't blame the man. I mean, he killed his own mother, committed all these atrocious acts, and he wasn't in control of himself. He wasn't in his right mind. Literally, he was literally, to his understanding, the man was dead. He was just still, his spirit was just still in his body because his brain was still active. I don't know how the hell the ASA and Agent Odell did it, but they reanimated this man's body and made him his damn puppet. So I look forward to seeing what happens next week, man. As well as I'm looking forward to seeing Wayne Brady's Gravedigger too, man. I'm really looking forward to seeing how that goes. This has been your boy Shafferspeeks, man. I hope you guys really enjoyed this episode. Not to mention Grace came through as well as Gamby not really liking the fact that Jefferson joined up with the ASA, but he agreed to help anyway. But I love you guys. Make sure you hope you guys enjoyed the video. I love you guys. Peace and love.